Wow, that intro was pretty intense. I'm not sure if the music fits with it, but well, there you go. So, welcome to the weapon guide, or my weapon review for Soldier 76 in Overwatch. We're going to start off by giving a wee bit of history behind his heavy assault rifle. So the sole weapon of Soldier 76 is the heavy pulse rifle, and the lore behind the gun goes like this. A prototype for a heavy pulse rifle was developed by Overwatch prior to the group's disbandment. It was stored at Watchpoint Grand Mesa, which was guarded by Helix Security International personnel. However, the rifle was stolen by an unknown intruder. United States government spokesperson Mark Guerra commented that it was feared that the weapon would be sold on the black market, possibly ending up in the hands of a terrorist group or rogue nation. So now that we've got a wee bit of backstory to the history of the rifle, let's go into some more detailed statistics. The clip size for the heavy pulse rifle is 25 in a magazine. The fire rate is 10 rounds per second, and the damage it does is 5 to 17 depending on how close you are to the target. The reload takes about 1 second to complete and only about half a second during the tactical visor ultimate ability. It does do extra damage on headshots as well. It shoots instantly at the target, and if you were to hit them with every bullet, it does a tremendous amount of overall damage, especially if you're at short to medium range. There is a damage fall off at distance, and it's not a great weapon at long range as the bullets tend to spread. The fire spreads out basically the longer you hold down the fully automatic button. So if you spray with the gun or burst fire, then it's more accurate, but as you hold down the button until the end of the clip, the bullets begin to spread out. The first few shots from the gun are right in the middle of the crosshair, and then the crosshair will start to wind in. Accuracy does decrease for the longer you hold down the fire button, which can make damage less effective. And you can see here I am trying to kind of hide and get the characters here, although I ended up running into that Genji quite close. There was quite a few times in defence I was hiding up on higher ground and trying to shoot at them from a bit more of a distance, but I soon found out that that didn't really work. You shouldn't really be trying to snipe with this weapon. It is quite a close range weapon, I find, and even at medium distance you tend to find that thin characters like Widowmaker or McCree or Genji, the bullets tend to go either side of them rather than hitting them, and that's definitely something to keep in mind. Most people who are familiar with first person shooters will know what I mean by when I say burst fire, and that definitely is effective here if you're wanting to keep your accuracy. Another awesome ability of the pulse rifle is the Helix Rockets, which is like a mini grenade or rocket launcher which fire out in a spiral motion, and they're pretty cool and they do a lot of damage, about 120 damage if you get a direct hit, and about up to 80 splash damage as well, so they do have a splash damage. It's quite good to fire them at the feet of your enemy. The Helix Rockets don't travel as fast as the bullets, so you have to kind of predict where your target might be, and it's quite good to finish off a round of 25 bullets with the Helix Rockets rather than having to reload and wait. Shoot your target with the bullets until your clip's empty, then finish them off with the Helix Rockets. They do take about 8 seconds to reload, which is a long time, trust me. So if you've not killed your target and you run out of bullets, you run out of rockets, you need to reload, it's quite good to use the sprint ability, run away and heal before your rockets come back and surprise your enemies. The Helix Rockets, they're kind of similar to Farah's rockets, but I think they travel a little bit faster. They travel in a very straight line, so like I said, there's no dip or anything like that, but because they're a bit slower, you do have to either hit larger targets or predict where the target's going to be. I do find the Helix Rockets are useful when you need to kill something that's stationary as well, so Bastion sentries and Torbjorn's turrets are something that are prime targets for your rockets, although you quite often have to move in and out of cover when shooting them. So hide behind a wall, pop out of cover, fire the rockets, pop back into cover, and they can destroy turrets both by Torbjorn or Bastion. They're quite good against tanks as well, so Roadhog and Diva and Reinhardt, they're all massive characters, so they're quite easy to hit with the Helix Rockets. Roadhog comes up, if he's unaware of you, obviously don't get too close to him. Unload 25 bullets into his head if you can, then fire off the Helix Rockets. You'll make short work of him. It can also be used, the Helix Rockets, when there's a lot of enemies clumped together. It's a great combo with Zarya's gravity pull. If one of your team members has Zarya's special ability, the gravity pull pulls them all together, then fire the rockets into them. You could probably kill 2 or 3, and then fire the rest of your clip into them. You could destroy a whole bunch of characters, possibly even the entire enemy team. And remember that the little symbol on top of the gun is yellow when they're recharging. You can see the little triple rocket symbol at the top of the gun there above the ammo count. And just keep an eye on that as well, because when they're blue it means you can fire the rockets. The Helix Rockets and Pulse Rival combo I find are very good in one-on-one situations. I mean, I'm no expert with Soldier 76, but in most one-on-one situations at medium distance, Soldier 76 is going to come off the better of the two. It's faster than Reaper's. Obviously Reaper does more damage if you're close, but it's faster than Reaper. Soldier 76 himself is faster than Reaper, so run circles round him and unload your gun into him. And also McCree, he's very slow, so if you're running around him and firing your gun, good players will be able to take him out no bother. When you're close up to the enemy, you're usually best aiming the Helix Rockets, I find, at the ground, to do a bit of splash damage at least, because if you fire them straight on it could go right past them and like you just saw there, a great example, and miss your target and then just go into the distance and do nothing at all. But at least if you aim it into the ground, you're going to get a bit of splash damage. But do be warned, I have killed myself a few times with the Helix Rockets. They do a max of up to 40 damage to yourself. Now that would take Soldier 76 down to 140 HP, 160 HP, sorry, has 200. So, you know, and then someone could come along and just finish you off, so do be careful. So as for some more specific tactics to use your gun against certain characters, for example, at Diva, when she's firing a fusion cannon, she moves very slow when firing these, so you know you can land your Helix Rockets on no bother. Roadhog, he's a big target, he moves very slow. Helix Rockets make short work of him, as I said before. When McCree's using his Deadeye ability, he moves at a snail's pace, so if you're using either Soldier 76 ultimate ability, the tactical visor, which means you basically can't miss, or you fire your Helix Rockets, you're going to take him out before he can even use his ultimate ability. And that goes for Farah's ultimate as well. When she uses her rocket barrage, she's stuck in the air. She can't move while she's firing those rockets. So as long as you're not in the direct line of fire, because you're just going to get blown to smithereens, you can take her out with the tactical visor or the Helix Rockets, and she doesn't have much health, so yeah, you'll probably get play of the game for that as well if you take out someone using their ultimate ability, or well, that's what I seem to find anyway. So yeah, these are just some tips on using Soldier 76's Heavy Pulse rifle. It's a good gun. He's a great character to use, especially for beginners. If you're used to games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, he's a great place to start. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next weapons guide. Cheers.